What's up, everybody? I'm here with Chris Bandy and Wyatt France, and we're going to be talking a little bit about just basketball in general and basketball in our area. So, the first thing we want to talk about is the state tournament that's coming up this weekend, and I guess the end of this week. Let's talk about 1A first. What are your guys' thoughts on Winchester? Is just a little bit away from here making it.
Yep, Winchester. I'm just gonna come out flat out say it. I think they're gonna win state.
Really?
I think they're gonna win state. To be honest,
Yeah, I hope they win state. That'd be nice for the area.
That's
Make
what
us look a little better.
I went to the super sectional game last night to watch them against the Bluffs, which was a really good game. And that's what we were talking to this old dude from West Central in front of us. And that's what he was saying that he kind of likes about our area is that if one team makes it, then we're gonna go root for that team. We want to see that team go far.
Yep.
So
yes, I'd love to see West Central win.
Yeah, it would be nice to see them win. Speaking about teams in this area, let's move on to 2A. Yep. Williamsville Bullets making a state final run.
Cinderella story.
Yeah, talk about Cinderella story.
I don't even think people from Williamsville expected that, honestly. I see watching their best player, Scheffler, go down. Yep. That sucks to see.
Yeah, I was at their super sectional last night, and I watched them go down 16-2 in the first quarter. I thought there's no way that they were going to win, but they pulled back somehow and ended up winning late.
They're good three-point shooters, and didn't they have 1-3 the whole game?
I'm pretty sure they just hit one.
Really? I wasn't able to go watch that one because decided to go to the other one at the bowl. Huh?
Sailing had 4 points on that.
Sailing
their best player had 4 points. That's
They've had some guys come up from the injuries and everything. They have bench players that haven't played all year. They come up in big games, put some big points up.
Yeah, that's what
young guys have been stepping up.
Yeah. Who's that guy on their team who's on the bench the most season, and he comes in against us, Tim, and he hits 5 threes.
Who do we have?
Shout out to Garrett. I tried out for a travel team with Garrett.
I mean,
it's gonna be a tough game against Chicago Phillips. That is tough.
They score 80 a game.
Oh my god.
Williamsville scores probably 45
40 a game.
And then if they do make it, they're gonna have to play either Byron or Benton.
Yeah, I know Benton's been on a roll lately.
Yeah.
I just want to see Carson do the little, your little. That's all I want to see.
And Byron's lost 2 games this year, so they're used
to
winning too.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to 3A. Chicago Mount Carmel versus Mount Zion. Chicago Mount Carmel. I know you have Angelo Ciaviano or something.
Something like that.
He's committed to Northwestern, and kid looks like a dog from what I've seen. And they've kind of steamrolled their way to state. I know their last game, they won by double digits. It wasn't really even a close game.
Yeah, I watched Mount Zion last night as well, and they played Centralia, and they were down most of that game, but it was a great game. They ended up winning by 1 point, but they look like a good team. They can shoot well.
They can shoot very well, yeah.
It'll be a great game.
And to move on to the other semifinal of 3A, DePaul College Prep, who won last year in 2A and then moved up a class, and they're still making it back to state. That's not something you see very often.
No. They're going to win it. I feel like they're going to win it, yeah.
I don't know. They're going up against a tough Richwoods team that just beat Illinois commit Morez Johnson and
Thornton. Oh, yeah, Richwoods.
They do have another Big Ten commit, with Lathan Somerville. Is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
That kid is big.
He's quick, too.
Yeah. He doesn't move, or he doesn't, move like your typical big. He's not, slow. He can handle the ball. He can step out and hit one.
Yeah, his post moves are crazy. He can move.
So, now we're moving on to 4A. Palatine versus Normal Community. I'm not going to lie. I don't know very much about Palatine.
Yeah, I don't know
even
too
if that's
much
how you say it.
I think it's Palatine.
Palatine. Excuse me.
Palatine.
Yeah, I've seen Normal play this year. They look good.
Yeah, Normal is good. We go up to Normal West for a shootout over the summer normally, and I'm pretty sure we did watch Normal play one game up there, and
they're big.
They are big. I've seen Sloshay likes to post them a lot in their highlights. I know they have at least one D1 player. I can't remember his name right now.
Is it the Jaheim Weber?
I don't think they maybe have more. I don't.
Yeah,
they probably do have more.
They're big, man.
No, there's. It's
Oh
like
no,
a,
it's the
yeah.
it's the guard.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Is the guard.
What's his name?
Can't think of his name off the top of my head. But
I forget it too.
the other semifinal game, Homewood Flossmoor versus New Trier. Homewood Flossmoor has Johnny Cobb, who's committed to Columbia. And earlier in the year, to take down Thornton, he hit the craziest game winner I have ever seen.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one, but
They were down one, I think, or maybe it was tied. And he caught the ball on the wing, just a couple feet inside the 3-point line, kind of fumbled it, went out, had to turn with his back towards the basket, and hit the craziest three I've ever seen. It was extremely impressive.
Yeah, 4A is definitely loaded this year. A lot of ranked teams that were supposed to make the state tournament have made it, so I think it'll be a great state tournament all around.
Hoping to go, but not sure.
Yeah, I'll be going on Thursday, but can't go Saturday because of a track meet.
Yeah. And New Trier, the other team that Homewood Flossmoor's playing, I found out today whenever I was looking at Slowshay's post that I've played with one of New Trier's star sophomores at a camp that I've been to.
What's his name?
I have no clue what his name is. I forget it, but I remember I was looking at his Instagram and I was like, "Oh, hey, that kid was a bucket. The kid was good." And I'm pretty sure he just went off in the super sectional game before this. So now that we've kind of discussed the games, I think we should make our predictions of who's gonna win each game, and then also predict who we think's gonna win overall.
Starting with 1A.
With 1A, honestly, I don't know much about this first game. Chicago Hope versus Mounds Meridian. I know Mounds Meridian's. Yeah, I know they've been good. So
I take Hope Academy in that one.
I'm taking Mounds Meridian.
Yeah, I'll take Mounds Meridian, even though I don't know much about them. Then next game,
gotta go with West Central.
Aurora versus West Central.
West Central.
Being from around here.
I'm going to jump in real quick. All right, so
Mr. Bandy appearance.
So Chicago Hope, they got a guy from my generation named Ronnie Fields. He was like an all-time great Chicago basketball player. He played with Kevin Garnett in high school. He had a bad injury, never got to play in college. It's kind of stinks, but it's going to be neat to see him at the state tournament coaching Hope Academy. So, but I like Meridian to win that game.
Yep.
Thank you for your input, Mr. Bandy. All right, so back to what we were saying. Aurora Christian versus West Central. I mean, we got to root for the hometown team, we'll say.
Basically.
Basically West Central's just not too far. I have some family from West Central. So, be cool to see them win. And then overall, that's who I hope wins it overall.
Yeah, definitely. I'm with that.
I have West Central winning for 1A for me.
Mm-hmm.
West Central, they have one of the best players I've seen play in person this year with Zach Evans.
Yeah.
I mean, just casually can give you 20, 30.
Mm-hmm.
Is he committed to play anywhere yet?
I haven't seen anything yet, but
I haven't either. But
my favorite's Chance Little. I love the aggressive way he plays. You can just see the look in his eye. No one can stop him down low.
They went against Illini Bluffs last night, who has a 6'10" D1 commit.
Yep.
And Chance Little held his own. I mean, there were a couple times where he bodied that kid up, got to the basket, jump stop, went up. Some really nice moves out of him. So, I have West Central.
I also have West Central.
I'm going with West Central.
Let's hope the hometown team can win it.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of hometown teams again, we'll move on to 2A. In the first semifinal, we have Williamsville versus Chicago Phillips.
I want Williamsville to win.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to take Chicago Phillips on this one.
I think that's kind of how it's going to go around the table. Obviously, we want Williamsville to win. A Sangamo team. It's cool seeing them make it this far, but it's going to be hard to beat a tough Chicago Phillips team. So give me Chicago Phillips.
Give me Williamsville. I'm going with Williamsville. I think they'll get it. I don't care what anybody else thinks. Upsets. Going upsets.
Going with the upset. So moving on to the next semifinal game for 2A. Byron versus Benton.
Benton knows how to score, but when they're not scoring, it can be very rough. Last night, they had 27 in the first quarter, and then they scored 6 points in the second and third quarter combined. So
really?
Oh, wow.
They do that at state. I don't see them winning, but
where'd they play at?
You know where they played at? Yeah, they played in Carbondale last night.
Yeah.
So-
Some of these teams I really don't know much about. Like, kind of see the scores posted on Solution.
Yeah.
But I'll take a 50-50 guess. And Benton.
Yeah, I'm going for Benton too.
I'm going Byron.
He just wants to be different, doesn't he?
Okay. All right.
All right. And then next
Overall,
game.
Okay.
Next game will be the championship of 2A. Who you guys got winning the chip?
I'm taking Chicago Phillips winning for 2A.
I'm going to go Chicago Phillips as well.
Yeah, I'd have to go Chicago Phillips.
Didn't you have Williamsville winning?
Oh, wait. Sorry. Williamsville. My bad.
Williamsville versus
You got
Byron.
attention.
I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm sorry. Williamsville. Going Williamsville.
All right. Moving on to 3A, the first semifinal is Mount Carmel versus Mount Zion. And Mount Zion has taken down a couple teams from around our area, like Rochester.
Yeah.
That was a good game, actually. Rochester made a little bit of a Cinderella run there, too. A lot of people weren't expecting them to make it that far. But in my opinion, I don't think Mount Zion has anybody that can really rival Angelo Ciariano. So give me Mount Carmel in that matchup.
I'm going to take Mount Zion in that matchup after watching them play in person. I think they have an extra gear that they haven't found yet.
Mhm.
I think they can make it that championship game.
I've seen Mount Carmel play a little bit, and, there's no way I can go against them. She ain't go Mount Carmel. There's no way.
The next game, we got DePaul College Prep versus Richwoods. And both of these teams have won some really big games this year, but I think Richwoods just comes up in those clutch moments, and I think DePaul College Prep's 2A to 3A Cinderella run ends here. Give me Richwoods.
Yeah, I'm taking Richwoods in that one.
You mean DePaul, dude? I don't want the run to end. Come on. Just keep it going.
I just don't think anybody's going to be able to match Somerville's size, being that big and that quick.
No one can, but you never know.
All right, so in my championship of 3A, I have Richwoods versus Mount Carmel, and I think Richwoods is going to win it all.
Yeah, I'm also taking Richwoods.
Yeah, I'm going Mount Carmel against the DePaul that I picked. Mount Carmel. Just why not? Great team.
Why not?
Why not?
All right, moving on to 4A, we got, how do you say it?
So Palatine Normal Community.
Just purely off the fact that I know more about Normal Community and I've seen them play more. Give me Normal.
Yeah, I'm taking Normal on that one.
Yeah.
I know you guys are going to hate me, but I'm going Palatine.
He wants to be different so bad.
Yeah, definitely do, yeah.
All right, and moving on to the next semifinal, we got Homewood Flossmoor versus Winnetka New Trier. Give me Homewood Flossmoor. I don't think New Trier is going to have anybody that's going to be able to stop Cobb. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know too much about those teams, but I like Homewood Flossmoor in that one.
I'm going with Homewood Flossmoor.
All right.
Going Homewood Flossmoor.
All right, in my championship, I have Homewood Flossmoor versus Normal, and give me Normal winning it all. Know more about them than any of these other teams in 4A, and I know they have the size, strength, and skill to win, so give me Normal.
I think I'm going to take Homewood Flossmoor. You say they have that good kid. I haven't seen him play yet. I don't know who he is, but I think they'll come out on top.
I don't know much about this, but, the kid that Chris was mentioning, I think he's really good. I've seen him play like maybe one time, and I'm just going to go with them also. Going with Chris.
Illinois, Purdue tonight.
Illinois, Purdue.
Illinois
Earlier in the year,
always
played Purdue.
Yep.
Lost by about 5. That was when Terrence Shannon was going through some things, and it was at Purdue.
I felt like we played better, though. Without Shannon.
People have been saying that, but I think now we have put it together. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think we put it together. I think that could be good for us in the long run.
Yeah.
But we're at the State Farm Center. TSJ is back, and Illinois is going to win it tonight.
I'm taking Illinois.
I'm taking Illinois. Marcus Domas has played a little better with TSJ now and everything, and I think those both are going to combine for some big points and a big win for Illinois tonight.
I think Coleman's going to keep his hot streak going. I was at the Minnesota game a couple nights ago. Coleman had 17 in the first half.
It's now when we won like 105 to 97, something like that.
Illinois has one of the best offenses in college right now. So if we can put it together a little bit more on the defensive side, I think we can really make a run in March.
I think so too.
All right, that's going to wrap up our basketball segment. Thank you for watching. And, peace out.
See you guys.
That's beautiful.